Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. So, again from Yorkshire Craft Beers, and we're going over to Abbeydale Brewery. I've had many of their beers on Cask and Keg over the years. I've been doing beer reviews, and now for the first, I think it's for the first time ever, I get to drink Abbeydale beers in from a can. So this is their dark mild restoration series, 4%, comes in the can. So I would consider this more of a craft beer than a modern traditional, but here we go. Our modern interpretations of classic and historical beer styles. Oh, I've got the right sneezes. The restoration series takes the traditional and brings it back with a contemporary twist. Expect smooth, balanced malt sweetness, a little touch of rose character and hints of coffee. The ultimate classic British hop Fuggles provides a gentle bitterness, a style which divided Team Abbeydale and took 10 years of persuasion to finally make it to release. Mild at heart, which side are you on? It's interesting. Abbeydale Brewery, Unit A, Hazelwood Road, Sheffield, S8OYX. So, good evening to Abbeydale Brewery. Like I say, my first beer out of a can. Drank many beers on cask and keg over the years. It's nice. It is nice to finally, get around to reviewing and doing a proper review in the Raggy's Beer Room, or Raggy's Tap Room, as the community named it. So yeah, a dark mild, and I've actually seen darker milds, to be fair, but. Yeah, the style is an interesting style of beer. So there we go. It pours like an amber pour with like a cream head on it. There we go. There's the pour, as you can see. ABV again, 4%. Hints of coffee. I've got a bit of hay fever, so I'm a gardener. Get hay fever. Yeah, I can't help that. Yeah, touch of coffee, malty, into chocolate. I look like one of them Burks that you get. I get a touch of this and a touch of that, and it's like, yeah, I bet you get a touch of something else, don't you, mate? Yeah. Nice when you see these people who drink wines and I get a slight oakiness on this and. Yes, I'm almost doing one of them piss taking reviews at some stage, because yeah, you know me. Yeah. There's a lovely balance there between malt, chocolate, coffee. I'm getting a cereal taste. Like a breakfast cereal taste to it. I'm trying not to go down the route of God, he sounds like one of them boring beer reviewers. That's actually really bloody nice. And it's nice to be able to have a beer. Picked this up from Yorkshire Craft Beers for my birthday. Thank you to the good lady, Mrs. Raggy. She's the one. Or was this my son and Mrs. Raggy? I don't know. It was one of them anyway. And what I did, I went to Yorkshire Craft Beer, but I wanted to get Yorkshire beers. Obviously I live in Nottinghamshire, and don't hate me because of the coal thing, years and years ago. That's a generation away from, me. I was in the 80s, blooming heck. I was a kid. So yeah, most of that's forgotten anyway these days. I assume not with the pensioners and anybody who worked in the coal mining trade. You know, Yorkshire and Nottinghamshire had a bit of a ding dong, shall we say. And due to the Conservatives, really. I think Nottingham were hoodwinked by the Conservatives as well, but you know, obviously, before my time, so I'm not worried about it. And I've got to say, that is a good interpretation of a mild beer. I love the Restoration series name for it. God, I've got it right. I'm going to sneeze my head off in a minute. Yeah, I love the Restoration series because we must not lose styles. You know, the beer industry that is here today is built on the back of certain types of beers, and we lose them, and then we lose our history. Like when breweries get took over by some, you know, some major brewery, you know, breweries that buy pubs and then, you know, and expand and expand and expand, and then somebody comes in and buys that brewery just for the pubs, so they can kill off the brewery in the pubs. You know, it's a sad way of doing things, but that's what did happen. Certainly in Nottingham, Home Ales had 365 pubs. So all them pubs for now, you know, for someone who's got the cash to come in and just wipe out all those pubs, you can understand why, you know, and you can. And then the brewery gets closed. Yeah, we don't want your beers. And this happens all around the country, where breweries build up a great amount of pubs that the brewery feeds, and then all of a sudden, you know, as they come in and you know, destroy that. And yeah, was that a thing for the last generation? You know, not this generation at the moment. Was that a thing for you know, 20 years ago generation? Let's hope it stays that way, because you know, when you look around the country at some of the major mega breweries, the way they destroy the beer world is ridiculous. You know, they and I'm only getting onto this because of the dark mild thing, but the way they come in and, you know, they take that brewery, they put their beer in the pubs, and they just basically wipe that brewery off the map, and it's gone, destroyed, you know, forever. And yeah, luckily in Nottingham, Shipston's brewery has been reimagined as a microbrewery. It was a big brewery back in the day, same as Home Ales. Home Ales was massive. There was a Home Ales microbrewery at one stage, but I think COVID wiped that out off the map, which is a shame, but it is what it is, I suppose. So here we go. Yeah, so Abbeydale. From Yorkshire. Yorkshire is, for me, you know, from a beer reviewer perspective, Ginge Real Ale Trail. That's his area of the world, as it is also Hopzine. Hopzine, one of the beer icons. You know, there's no. I put him, and he probably won't like. You know, he wouldn't want to be put as this, but I put him as the number one, the king of the beer reviewers. He's been there from the beginning. He never went viral like a certain bloke down in Wales did, but numbers don't mean anything, you know, in the grand scheme of things. It's who you are, what you are. And I'll leave it at that. But anyway, yeah. Oh, well played, Abbeydale. So, would I drink this again? Always the big question. The main question, actually. Scores really don't matter. Would I drink this again? Yes. Yeah, a really good interpretation. Never mind my crap pour of the mild, of a dark mild, basically. 4%, 4% for a lot of people is on the strong side of milds. I mean, there are imperial milds. Black Iris did one in Nottingham a couple of years ago. Out of 5 for me, my neighbour. Or somebody's banging on my shed at the side. Yeah. Out of 5 for me, a good 4.3 out of 5. And so, Abbeydale Brewery. I broke my duck, and it's nice. It's nice to get, not a new brewery for me, because obviously I've drank a hell of a lot of their beers, and they may or may not have heard of Raggy's Beer Reviews. I always take it for the fact that nobody's heard of me, and that's the best way. And like when you walk into a pub and or a tap room, and you're like, no one's heard of me, and then all of a sudden says, "I know you, don't I?" And it's like, "Yeah, wow, what have I done?" And yeah, always the better way. Then to walk in and go, "Look who I am," and then people looking, "Well, who are you?" Yeah, exactly. Oh, that bloody is the spot. Thank you for watching. See you soon.